Good evening everybody. So this evening I've been encouraged to divulge the secrets of the Edges chicken pie. Hopefully you've got all the ingredients. So we'll make a start. First things off, we're going to chop the onion. So just top and tail it. Run the knife down the side and just peel off that outer skin. And we'll get rid of that to one side. Then we chop it in half and then just slice it through. Halfway, roll it over, slice it through again. And the same with the other half. And then we'll just get a little bit of oil in the pan. Only needs to be on a low heat just to sweat the onions off a little bit. Just get that warmed up. And then just drop those onions in there. And let those sweat down for 5, maybe 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on them so they don't start sticking and burning. And we just chop up a couple of cloves of garlic. So again, just take the end off it and the other end. Oh, that one's peeled itself. There we go. It's just a little sticky one there. Take that out. And the same with the other one. Okay, now just take the side of your knife, crush that down, and then just chop it up. Just be careful of your fingers. And the same with the other one. It, keep that on one side for a couple of minutes while the onions just sweat down a little bit more. So your onions have just softened down, a little bit of brown on them. Drop your garlic in. Just turn that heat down so it's on quite low now. And let that fry off a little bit and we'll get all the chicken chopped up. So you've got your 3 chicken breasts. I found the easiest way is to cut them lengthways. Just mind your fingers again. And then just cut them through into chunks. Big as you want, as small as you want. Just do that with all 3. And then that can go straight into your saucepan. Stir. We'll just let that fry off a little bit until all your chicken's sealed and it's all white around the outside. Okay, and while your chicken's cooking off, just crumble up your stock cubes. Get the kettle on, and what you want to make up is about 1 litre of that stock. So pour the boiling water on, stir it, wait for all that to dissolve, and then that's ready to go on top of the chicken. So just keep those moving around every couple of minutes just to stop them sticking, and they'll soon soften down. Okay, just pour that over. Smells amazing, and then just give it a stir. And that's your stock, and we'll thicken that up in a little bit, and that will make your gravy as well for when your pie's cooked. We'll just head back to the chicken. And that's just cooking nicely. We'll get the mixed herbs in. Okay, so you can see that chicken now is just white all over, so that's all nicely sealed. And then when it's at that stage, just pour your stock in. Try and get it in the saucepan and all over the floor. So just give that a stir. Turn your heat up a little bit and bring that back up to the boil. Okay, so that's just come back up to the boil and that's bubbling away nicely. Just put in a little bit of pepper. You can taste it and see what you think, if you want a little bit more pepper, a little bit more salt. Me personally, I think that needs just a little bit more of the mixed herbs. So we'll drop those in, give it a stir. Okay, you can just put that back on a low heat now. Just keep it warm on there, and meanwhile we'll just make up the corn flour. So you've got your corn flour in your cup, and all you do is put a bit of cold water on there, stir that through, just make sure it's all dissolved. Okay, and then we just pour that in and stir at the same time. And that just thickens that up nicely. See, just leave that on a low heat again, just for 2 or 3 minutes, just to cook that out. Okay, and we take that from the stove. Get your case on a baking tray, just so it's all nice and stable. And then get yourself a spoon. Just get your lumps of chicken out. You've got a bit of onion in there as well. Spoon all that in there. Doesn't matter if you get a bit of gravy in there. Push it all in so there's plenty in. Perfect. Just keep that on one side because the sauce that's in there then, we'll use that for your gravy. Then we get your puff pastry. Put your puff pastry. Just roll that out. Put that on one side. What you do is pick up your pastry, lay that over the top, wrap it across, and then if you just get yourself a little knife and just follow that edge round. Doesn't have to be perfect. See, get rid of that bit. Just push the edges down. And then just put a couple of little slits in the top just to let the steam through. Okay, now we just need to put a bit of egg on the top of there, which will just help brown the pastry up once it's in the oven. So we just crack an egg. Just whisk that up a little bit. And then if you've got a pastry brush, just dip that in, paint that all over the top. If not, just give your hands a really good wash. Get your fingers in there and spread that all over. Right, and then when you're at that point, that can then go in your oven, 180 degrees, and that's going to need about 15 minutes. Okay, now with all of the gravy that you've cooked your chicken in, just gently pour that into a jug. You might have a couple of lumps of chicken going there, but it all adds to the flavour. There you go. Keep that on one side. When your pie's cooked, pour that over the top of your pie and your chips. Okay, so that's had about 15-20 minutes now. And that's coming out beautiful golden brown, and that's cooked. Let's bring it over. Just break through that pastry. Beautiful. Just serve that. With a few fresh veggies or a few chips. See, and all that gravy that you saved. Some of that across the top. And there you have it, one edge chicken pie. Enjoy.